Hey, everybody. I'm William Poett. I am half of the team. It's Friday. I am popping in. We're all missing Schmitty. He is down south doing something, I think, with horses right now. I wanted to pop in. I feel compelled to pop in because, this show, AI for Knuckle Draggers, is all about bringing you real tools that work for people doing real work. It's not about fluff. It's not about BS. And I'm here because yesterday I've been deep in AI for over 3 years. And yesterday was the most productive, powerful day I've ever had. I've got one agent right now. This is what we're going to be talking about. This agent has been working on a project for me for 22 hours. And I want you to think about that because a lot of people are going in and they're using AI as kind of a glorified Google. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer. If you haven't learned how to, if you aren't using agents and agent teams to do real work, you're missing it. You're missing it. We're moving into the second half of 2026. The first half has been all about building and managing agents. So this is not going to be overwhelming. And I just want you to open your mind because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you an idea that should light you up and drive you to become an AI native leader, an AI native mom, an AI native coach, whatever you're doing, an AI native plumber. So here's the problem, and I know you can relate to this. You have had ideas, you have information, and you have notes, and you have emails stored everywhere. So if you were to create sort of a visual map of your brain, it would probably be total chaos. I've got thousands of files. My main laptop is over 5 years old, and I dragged everything out of that from an older laptop. So I've got thousands, literally thousands of files. I've got tens of thousands of photographs. I've been using Apple Notes. So just stay with me on this one. I use Apple Notes to capture everything. I talk to it on my phone. I'm sorry, I talk to it on my watch. I use it as a repository for travel information, TSA stuff, Bible quotes that I really like, brainstorming ideas, notes, projects. I've got thousands and thousands of these things that I've captured over years, and it's kind of like a lost stream of consciousness. And I know you do too, whether you keep a manual journal or whether you have a ledger, whatever it is, you've got really valuable information that is just laying around, completely lost. And so what I've done, and this theory is not brand new. There's a great book called Getting Things Done, which if you're into productivity, I'm sure you know about it. And the idea behind the book is the human brain is not ideal or meant to store things. It's great for reasoning. It's great for problem solving, but it's not a really good storage tank. The average person, depending on your intelligence, can sort of hold between 3 and 7 ideas in your mind at any given time. And the rest of it is gone. And so, and you've maybe have read 10 books, 100 books, thousands of books over the course of your life. Our capacity to retain information, again, depending on your IQ, is very limited. I got my MBA from Pepperdine University, graduated from their PKE program. I think it was 4 years ago now. Yeah, 2022. And at the end of the course, they say you only retain 10% of the knowledge that you are exposed to. And that's not okay. So we're bleeding knowledge, we're bleeding information, we're bleeding opportunity. And we finally, using artificial intelligence, have a way to clean it up. So here's the Knuckle Draggers solution. Start with a $20 ChatGPT subscription, download the Codex laptop or download the computer app, right? And you can go to it and just start really simple. Say, hey, I don't want you to delete anything, but I want you to clean up my desktop. I want you to organize my files. Don't delete anything. Don't read. Don't change anything. And it will go in and it will organize your entire desktop. It will organize in a way that makes sense. It will create a table of contents for you. So that's sort of like level 1. Now, here's level 2. I am having, and this is what my one agent did. And you go in and say, and just going to ask for permissions, whatever note keeping tool that you use. Some people use Evernote, some people use Apple Notes. It doesn't matter. I have, for the last right now, 22 hours and 34 minutes, an agent has been going through my thousands and thousands of Apple Notes, and it's organizing them and it's synthesizing them. And here's where it gets really exciting. It's creating a second brain. So it's creating a Wikipedia on my computer that knows everything everything about my family that is relevant and important. Everything, and again, this is private and it's secure. It knows everything about my business. It knows my goals. It's creating a collateral base of all the information, the dreams, the brainstorming, and it's synthesizing them and it's creating a table of contents. And so here's where it gets really exciting. This is the next level, right? So we are building agent teams, and my agent team, it's an OpenClaw. It's in the architecture of OpenClaw. This might be a little above the pay grade of an average knuckle dragger, but it lives on my computer, and it's a harness. And what a harness does is it allows me to give it skills. It allows me to give it a personality. It allows me to give it context. And then I have 8 sub agents that work underneath it that have all been programmed to be specialists. I have a fitness coach named Sage. And my fitness coach reads my Aura Ring every morning, looks at my sleep score, looks at my readiness score, looks at my HRV, and it builds and sends me a customized workout. I have a research agent that's called Sentinel. Sentinel goes out every night and scrapes the internet for all things AI and agentic AI. So I get a brief sent to me in the morning. I've got a marketing and design agent that goes in and builds all of my infographics. And I'm going to share my second brain image. And when you're looking at this image, this was built by one of my agents in my agent team. So the idea of a second brain, if you ask ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever tool you're using a question, you have to give it context. Who you are, what do you want, what matters, what's the outcome? It doesn't know you. It doesn't understand you. By building a second brain, my agent, whatever tool I'm using, I can point to this and it has instant context. It knows everything about me. It knows things about me that I've forgotten. And so what it does is it facilitates better decision making. It facilitates better outcomes. So think of it this way. We capture everything. It goes through my Apple Notes. It goes through my files. It captures everything, right? It then synthesizes everything. It creates an organized structure so it can access the information. Then I go in and I say, I need, yesterday, we're doing a trip to Europe at the end of summer. And I had my agent create a beautiful travel brief that has all of our flights. It has where we're staying. It has the history of where we're staying. It has activities for the family. It has restaurant recommendations. It delivers that to me because it knows and it understands me. And here's where it gets really cool. That collateral that's created goes back into the second brain, and the brain gets smarter. And so for the first 64 years of my life, I can't tell you how many brilliant ideas I have lost that I haven't acted on, that were gifted to me and disappeared into the ether, and not anymore. So we're going to talk more about this. And if you've joined the posse, if you sign up underneath, I'll give you access to the prompts you need to begin building your second brain. But I just wanted to pop in. It's a Friday. We have a full new episode that's going to be dropping on Monday. But I just imagine your life experiences not being lost. Imagine your brain not looking like that, that closet that we have, or that drawer that people have, or to just throw everything in it and it's totally unorganized. And for some reason we think maybe there's going to be value someday. There's some really brilliant stuff that you have saved on your computer. You have saved in your notes, and there's some garbage that in there. Well, let's have a super mind. And again, the agent team that's been working on this project right now for 22 hours and 39 minutes, they're smarter than I am. They have more context than I do. They're experts at librarying, cataloging, and synthesizing things. And I've got this brain, this second brain that I can use, I can draw from. All of my AI tools are pulling from. If you don't think that's a massive competitive advantage, you don't know what you're talking about. And so we're moving into the second half of the year. My invitation, my challenge, become an AI user, and again, we've talked about this in other episodes, just start playing with it. Grab Gemini, now the tip is for this exercise, $20 subscription to OpenAI. You download the desktop app and you have Codex. Codex is ChatGPT 5 with arms, and it can move around your computer and it can do stuff and will ask you permission. And all we're going to do, and again, if you join the posse, if you like and if you subscribe, I'll send you the exact prompt on how to begin getting an open brain build. And here's one last thing, because I know there's a lot of because you guys are knuckle draggers. I know there are some analog folks out there. So my partner, Mike Schmitt, who's not with me today, he's got, I think, 30 journals where he has all of these insights and brainstorms. And how do you go back and catalog what you wrote in a journal 10 years ago? I'll tell you. You take images, you take a picture of it and upload it into Codex, and it will do the same thing. It can take an analog source as long as your handwriting is somewhat legible. It'll figure it out and it can build the second brain for you. And our goal on this show is to give you the edge that you need, the tools that you need, because there's this great divide happening between AI native people and those with their head in the sand. And if you're watching this show, it's because you're smart. You know your job is important. You know your family is important. You know your community is important. And you are here to win. And at AI for Knuckle Draggers, we're here to give you the tools you need to win. So on behalf of myself, Mike Schmitt, and the posse, love being here for you guys. I love playing with these tools. Again, we're really in an age where what we can do and what we can create is limited only by our imagination. So that's it. I'm William Poett. I am one of the hosts of AI for Knuckle Draggers. Mike Schmitt and I will be back with a full episode on it'll load on Tuesday. Until then, join, subscribe, go back, look in our archives, share this with your friends. I hope you're having fun. I'm having the time of my life. That's it. Go make some great happen, and peace out.
Well, they asked me why I sound like this, with a six-string growl and a hammer fist twist. Why I talk back when I should behave. Why I show up loud like I'm digging a grave. I say, son, I ain't